Where can you surrender your guinea pig? Hey, it's Scotty, and where 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 can you surrender your guinea pig? Hey, it's Scotty, and you probably wouldn't be surprised to know that every week I get multiple surrender requests, either saying that the rescue is full and asking me specifically to take someone's guinea pigs, or people are asking me where can they take their guinea pigs. So I want to talk about the different options that you have if you have to surrender your guinea pigs. Now, first off, I just want to say that as a guinea pig community, let's be understanding of the different situations that people may find themselves in. I also want to say that when we take on the commitment to adopt guinea pigs, or even if you got them from the pet shop, or however you've ended up with these guinea pigs, we've taken on that responsibility and that commitment to care for them for their entire lives. Now, there are always unforeseen situations. So in the comments and in general, inevitably I'm going to get a comment, someone's going to say, why would someone ever surrender their guinea pigs? Now, there are a number of reasons. Some of them are ridiculous. I'll just go over one that I heard recently. I don't want to get into a blame thing or anything weird, but somebody did message me not too long ago saying that their child was starting soccer practice and they did not have the time to take care of their guinea pigs. Okay, now refrain from posting your angry comments in the comment section below. I've also gotten a number of heartbreaking messages where people have told me about the situations that they found themselves in, from illness to life-changing events, things that I would not wish on any of us or any of you. So there is always going to be a need, there's always going to be a reason why someone is going to have to surrender their guinea pigs, even if they have made that commitment and that they are great piggy parents. There may always be an emergency or a reason why they have to surrender. So with that in mind, let's talk about some of the places that you can surrender your guinea pigs. The three basic places where you could surrender your guinea pigs are a rescue, like a dedicated guinea pig rescue or an animal rescue, an animal shelter, and surrendering them privately to somebody that you know, someone in your network, in your social circle, somebody that you know and that you trust. So let's talk about those three places and what the differences of those places will be. First, when we're talking about a rescue, the difference between a rescue and a shelter is going to be that a rescue usually is privately run. Sometimes they are, an entity that is, run by an organization that is a more formal organization, but usually they are privately run. Many cases they're family run, but regardless, they are usually not government run organizations. And a rescue is a place with specialized knowledge about the animals that they take in. Now, you would think that an animal shelter and the people who work there would have specialized knowledge, considering the fact that most animal shelters take in dogs, cats, rabbits, often guinea pigs, and many times various reptiles, especially turtles. So you would think that if you worked at an animal shelter, and many of the people that I know that work at animal shelters, and I'm talking about the people who are actual employees and also the volunteers, they are pretty knowledgeable, but it is not necessarily required. And I'm dumbfounded when I hear from shelter staff who have no idea how to sex a guinea pig. They have no idea about the breeding, about the fact that babies need to be separated. And so oftentimes rescues scramble to pull certain animals, especially pregnant mamas and babies, before they are 3 weeks old, because of course, you all know at 21 days guinea pigs can have babies, they become mature. The difference between a shelter and a rescue is going to have that specialized knowledge. They're going to oftentimes have the supplies, often to sell to the public at a discount, but an animal that is in a rescue, especially a dedicated rescue to that specific type of animal, they're going to get the best care. They're going to get specialized knowledge. Oftentimes, illnesses are going to be detected early and treatment will begin right away. So often, animals in the shelters are undiagnosed with things like respiratory infections. This is guinea pigs specifically, respiratory infections, fungal infections, pregnancy. So often they will not know that these animals are pregnant until they have the babies. And then, like I said, they won't separate them at the appropriate time, and the cycle will continue and continue. Especially when it comes to hamsters in the shelters, it's just an epidemic of them just multiplying. Another difference between a shelter and a rescue is that rescues are generally no-kill rescues. A rescue, their charge is to care about and for the animals that they are set up to rescue and to take in. Whereas animal shelters often are kill shelters when they run out of space, when they run out of resources. Healthy animals are put to sleep through no fault of their own, simply because there's not enough space and not enough resources. And that breaks my heart. Rescues, on the other hand, oftentimes have to make the sad decision to let animals go that are not well, that are in pain, that are suffering. But the difference between a shelter and a rescue is that rescues do everything in their power to nurse animals back to health, and shelters often misdiagnose, undiagnosed animals and are put to sleep. For instance, I recently rescued Poppy, and Poppy had a mammary tumor, and the shelter said that they were going to put her to sleep simply because she had a lump and the lump was bleeding. I said, well, then I have no choice but to take Poppy. I took Poppy, I took her to the vet. She had the mammary tumor surgery and everything went fine, and now she's living her best life with a group of other piggies, and I'm just so grateful to Anne, hi Anne, who took Poppy in, and it's just wonderful to get these updates from my adopters. It's just really, that's the best outcome. The third place to take your guinea pigs, if you needed to surrender them, would be to somebody that you know, a family member or a friend or somebody through your social network that you know that you can trust, and that way you can give instructions about proper care, and somebody that you know are going to be more likely to follow the care and instructions that you have given them, and you have that control over who you're giving them to and how they're cared for. And if it's somebody that you trust, then you can trust that they will do what you are hoping, what you ask, and of course you can make that final decision on whether or not they are somebody that you can relinquish your guinea pigs to. So when it comes to a rescue or a shelter, you are filling out a surrender form in both of those cases, and you don't know who is going to end up adopting those guinea pigs, how long it's going to take for them to find a new home. But you can rest assured, at least with a rescue, that there are certain protocols, certain requirements, and we feel very strongly at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue and all the guinea pig rescues that I have volunteered with that we do such an extensive vetting process and an education process. It's not our job to judge really who can adopt, but rather to educate and to hope that, and to instill and inspire the best care and best practices and love for guinea pigs. When you get to know them and love them, you're going to want to give them the best proper care. A rescue can do that. Somebody that you know and trust to relinquish your guinea pigs to can do that, but the shelter may not do that. Times are tough. I understand that. A lot of people adopted pets over the last couple years and their life situation has changed, and not necessarily for the better, or things are changing drastically in their life. Now, like I said before, when you adopt a pet, when you bring an animal into your home, you are responsible for them for their entire life. And like I said, also, there have been so many frivolous reasons why people have decided to surrender their guinea pigs. I got another message from somebody, last one, I promise, is they said, you know, when I adopted these guinea pigs, I was unemployed, I was at home a lot, and now I'm starting a new job and I just don't have time for them. Which is mind-blowing, that you would adopt an animal that's going to live many, many years, and you're thinking, well, I don't have a job, I'm at home all the time, I can care for them. As if assuming that for the lifespan of these animals, you're not going to have a job. The goal is to get a job, and the goal is to be successful and to thrive and to share that success with your pets and your entire family. So it's mind-blowing to me that somebody would want to surrender an animal simply because they are now employed and before they were not. But we hear about it all the time, and rescues of all different animals have been hearing this. These last couple years have been a real struggle for rescues. So I want to ask someone who is trying to find a place to surrender their guinea pigs, I want to ask you, can you figure out a way to keep them? Now, maybe it is the cost, or maybe it is time. Whether it is time or money, maybe you can figure out a way to keep them. My channel is dedicated to helping animals in need and people who care for them, and part of that is about how to save time, how to save money, and how to learn about and give your piggies proper care so that they will thrive. If you can save money and save time, maybe you can figure out a way to keep your guinea pigs. The rescues and the shelters are overwhelmed, times are tough, and people are struggling. And we have to keep these rescues running and keep the shelters open for the real emergencies. There are so many heartbreaking situations, people with severe illness, people with accidents and tragedies, and people who are really struggling to survive, to make ends meet. So if you can figure out a way to keep your pets, that is going to be the best option for everyone. And if you can make it through these tough times and hold on to your guinea pigs, onto your pets, then you might just think down the line, I can't believe that I was thinking about surrendering them. And you'll be really glad and grateful that you found a way to keep them. So I invite you to check out my guinea pig care guide on my website. Look through my playlists, especially the diet playlist, the guinea pig care playlist. I share a lot of techniques, a lot of information about how to save time and save money and not waste your money on the wrong things, and also about appreciating your piggies, getting to know them, getting to see them as the big personalities, as the people that they are. Guinea pigs are people too, and they have huge personalities, and they deserve our respect, our love, and for us to do everything that we can to keep them and to give them love, make them feel safe. I will put my guinea pig care playlist and my food playlist right here. You can check that out. You can go to the channel page and you can check out all my playlists, and all that stuff is on my website. There's links to all my playlists and my guinea pig care guide, vet list, and rescue list. So until next time, thanks for watching.